just begin on the thought here. Dr. Hawking, traditional eschatology suggests that the Antichrist will come to power out of a 10-nation confederacy in the Mediterranean region. Recently, people have suggested that number 10 are not nations, but 10 economic areas beyond just the Mediterranean area. What is your opinion on this?
My opinion on that isn't worth anything, but what the Bible says is, and for years we've had the 10-nation confederacy, either of Europe or in the Middle East. I'm not sure about that, and I'll tell you why. Because it appears that all nations are involved. I think there's a globalism we're missing here, that the confederacy out of which the Antichrist will come to power will be global. And if you want to get really current, we got, you know, just a couple of weeks ago, the G20 men, which are really 28, they weren't 20, but anyway, they called it the G20, industrialized nations. But they agreed, one, world currency, that they want to develop it soon. Russia and China were big on that, pushing it, and said the dollar no longer leads the way. Number two, they want a world government, a centralized government to which all the nations would submit their sovereignty and authority. By the way, Obama, for whatever it's worth, personally surrendered the sovereignty of the United States to them. You know, quote, to lead the way.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway, I think we may have a global, the world divided up into 10 divisions. That also is what the Club of Rome, Council of Foreign Relations, all of them, they have been planning that for some time. And Division 1 is Canada, the United States, and Mexico. And what's behind that, you know, it was an attempt to see if it would work. First economically by NAFTA, which didn't work very well. And then because of the crime and cartels at the border of Mexico, it's kind of filed that up. But the highway that's going to go from Mexico City all the way to Ottawa is well under construction, and they're building the huge distribution factories in Kansas. I've already seen them myself. And also, you should know that both Mr. Harper and the Mexican president, along with Obama, have met and agreed to stir this up again. And but because of the G20 action, all of this is kind of getting set aside. But the big goal now is globalism, get everybody involved. So I don't really think that we've seen the final result. I think as Bible prophecy people, there are certain things we want to keep clear in our minds. One is that all nations will be involved. So it isn't just 10. It appears to be a 10-fold division of all the nations. So anyway, for what it's worth category.